Color is such an interesting thing because, like a lot of generational things, I think color is really connected to time. My name is Jane Braddock, and I'm an abstract painter, and I've been in Nashville since 1980. I lived in New York before I came here, and I was a textile designer for home furnishings. And if you were to describe that in 2 words, you would say pattern and color. And when I started painting and ended up painting full-time partially because I was out of New York and could no longer do the work. So when I began painting full-time, I first did Japanese paste resist on silks, and then I moved from that into paintings. And my work has always had pattern and color as fundamental characteristics of it. I paint in 3 series. First of all, the Shakti series. I consider these color field paintings, and obviously they're very patterned. And I do the patterning in all different ways. Sometimes I finger paint them, sometimes they're stamped, sometimes they're strokes with a paintbrush, but it's repetitive, layered patterning in color. And then I started to do my text paintings. These paintings, the backgrounds are all quite different. It's again color field pattern all over the whole background. And then the stencils, I draw all the text out full scale on paper. Then I put them over the canvas and then slide the stencils underneath to place them. Then the centerpiece are my poured works. These are very high risk, fast, and things can go awry. And I only can do 1 color at a time, then I wait 24 hours to see what I have, and then I come back and see what's next. So those are basically the 3 things I do. I get quite a bit of variety out of those 3 things. Crazy Brave is the title of an autobiography by Joy Harjo, who's a Native American poet and was actually the poet laureate for about 5 years in the United States. So that painting is called Crazy Brave, and in the background of the text piece, it says Crazy Brave, but probably not too many people will see that because it's very close value with the background color and it's hard to see, and it's big letters, but if you go up close and look, you go, oh wow, there's something there, you know? And then the what's on top of that one is a line from her poetry. I am a horse running towards a cracked sky where countless dawns are breaking simultaneously. But again, it has a Shakti painting, a poured painting, and a text piece. Recently, I read something that Agnes Martin said. She said, I paint with my back to the world. And in a way, I really resonated with that idea. Because it isn't that I feel disconnected from the world, but my work really doesn't have anything to do with it. And my work comes from inside me. It's not really predicated on what's going on around me. So that back to the world thing I connected with. I do feel like pretty much my whole life I've been interested in pattern and color. And even in my house, I painted my whole house this ecru when I first moved in. And then the first thing I did was paint my hall hot pink. And I thought, whoa, you know, that's weird looking with everything else being kind of off-white. And so little by little, I just started adding color everywhere. And then when I got done, it was like, wow, good, now I feel better. I couldn't have done this in New York because I couldn't have survived. I was a freelance designer in New York in my last years there, and I could do very well with that. But I could not have painted and supported myself. It just wouldn't have happened. So the fact that I am a painter is even based on the fact that I live here. I came here with my ex-husband, John Bader, and our lives were completely changed. You know, we left New York together, and this was like the Wild West in a way in 1980 when we came. And it was so much fun and so wonderful. We just had a great time here. In a way, the fact that the visual arts were so under the radar in Nashville. Nashville is such a performance art city. Even now, it still is. It allowed a freedom that was really quite wonderful. And because the community, the arts community was small, we knew each other. I mean, Marilyn Murphy and Carol Mode and Lainey Gannon and, everybody knew everybody else. The whole town has become much more vibrant in the visual arts arena, for sure. I'm excited that the Frist is really doing something to, honor Nashville. I love that it's a range of ages. I love that it's all women. And I do think that the Nashville arts community was really all women in the beginning. There weren't that many men involved. Even the gallery owners were women. The women have been instrumental in the visual arts. So, it's great to be part of it. I'm really happy about it.